Hello students, today we will study chapter 1 of class 8 crop production and management. First of all, let me give you the brief description about this chapter. We will know this in this chapter we will know that how is the crops production done. First is how what is agriculture practices, then we will understand what type of agricultures are there and how it is prepared. Then here comes agriculture, how we are practicing, that is agriculture preparation of soil. After that, we will see agriculture implement, what are the implement we are using, what is sowing, what are the tools we use for sowing, and after that, manure, what manure and fertilizers, and then we will go for the that what is the difference between fertilizers and manures, then what is irrigation, what are the source of irrigation we will study, and then we will go for the what is the method of irrigation. After a while we will understand that modern techniques what we are using for agriculture, and then we come to know that how to protect our crops from weeds, insects, and finally after protecting we have to go to the last stage, that is harvesting. It is only the field work, last stage harvesting, and the last stage of agriculture we called it storage, where we here we need to store the foods and grain which are produced. And at the last, this is our chapter. Arises that some demonstration is given to in your books, that is about the previous thing what you have studied about how the food is produced, and then anything else are there. The main topic is that all the foods what we are producing is related to our population, the large population of our country, and to fulfill the food requirement for this large population, there we need the proper management of food, and that can be obtained by the agriculture. So what is agriculture practices? Here some patch is given. In between this patch you can understand that our about 10,000 BC, before, our peoples were nomads, and they used to move from one place to another for such a foods and given there. They used to eat afterwards. Afterward they what they did, उन्होंने 10,000 साल पहले की बात है, जबकि हमारे जो पूर्वज थे वो जो है इधर से उधर खाने की तलाश में इधर से उधर घुमा करते थे। उसके बाद से कुछ कुछ खाया करते थे, जैसे कि हंटिंग करते थे, फल खाते थे। लेकिन कुछ दिन के बाद से उन्होंने एक ऐसा सिस्टम शुरू किया जिसमें एक ही तरह का फल पैदावार शुरू कर दिया, और तब वहाँ से जन्म लिया एग्रीकल्चर। ये एग्रीकल्चर प्रैक्टिस जो होता है ना, इसको कहते हैं कि एक ही तरह का प्लांट पौधे जो होते हैं जब एक जगह पे हम लोग उगाते हैं in a large scale, okay, planting of one kinds of crops in one kinds of plant in a large scale, that we term as crops. There we can make this type of question, okay, that what is crops. Next thing is, you have studied about, now the geographical regions are discussed in your book, that is India is your country. You have to study about you have to study the chapter, okay. And after that, lots of crops are grown in India according to its variety, temperature, humidity, okay. Then crops are divided into two parts, that is kharif crops and rabi crops. What is kharif crops and rabi crops? Kharif, you know that after June, what the food, the what the crops are grown, we term as kharif crops, as because this type of crops is required rain, okay. This type of crops required rain, and this is basically grown in the rainy season. This crops includes paddy, maize, soybean, and all the things are given, okay. I'm making the video very short, so I had to move it fast, okay. Now next thing is rabi crops. रबी क्रॉप्स वैसे क्रॉप्स होते हैं जिसको हम लोग अक्टूबर के मार्च के बीच में इसको उगाते हैं, एंड दिस क्रॉप्स रिक्वायर्ड ओनली सन. रबी, you know that sun, सूर्य, and so these type of crops required sun, nothing else. No, it does not require lot of water. So the crops are like wheat, gram, peas, mustard. This required very few amount of sun. Okay. Next thing is basic practice of crops production. The topic is how we have, how it is practices. That is how the agriculture is practiced. Okay. Here, cultivation includes various activities that we have that the performer that the farmer used to perform. Okay, and what are the various activities? Number one, it is given that preparation of soil, sowing, addition of adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting and storage. This we have to read it. First of all, topic is preparation of soil. This preparation of soil is the first step, and in this, what we have to do is in this we have to study that how the plants and how to plant, okay, the soil, but for this we need a proper amount of proper type of soil. Okay, we have to loosen the soil so that the other microorganisms. Now how can loosen the soil? By tilting it and by plowing it. Okay, what is the benefit? First of all, let us study about the benefits. Okay, number one topic is that plant the seed which we are deep in the soil, it can easily breathe. Next thing is all the decomposing of soil. This process or loosening the soil, we call it tilting and plowing. Okay, here you can get this tilting and sowing. We got again tilting and plowing. This requires some implements, some tools, and the tools which we are required, that is first of all flowing. Flow, what is flow? This you have seen in the song मेरे देश की धरती.